And welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Sexy Nights, where we're playing Neverwinter Nights with my girly girl here, which is a half elf. But we shall not judge because she's a half elf and not a pure sexy demon as me, of course. But that aside, we finally are reaching the part where we're gonna be getting the fudge out of this academy and finally onto the streets, into the real adventure of this game, where you get open spaces, go wherever you want to go, choose your path, choose whatever you want to do, and of course finally find some friends and join up in some gangs and the good stuff, you know, the great stuff, the sexy stuff. Doesn't really matter. Moving on, we have Authentic Maz, which is a good guy, and of course he has some loving with Ariel, or Erebeth. Ariel? Erebeth, that's her name, god damn it. Ariel, Erebeth, same thing, different species. Moving on.
You must forgive Dester. The strain of the Wailing Death weighs heavily on the Helmites. As their leader, Dester has worked long and hard to help ease the suffering of Neverwinter, and this most recent setback has upset him greatly. I'm Fenthic Moss, priest of Tyr and companion of the Lady Erebeth. You must be the student Erebeth told me about.
Companion. Like, that could mean many things, my friend. Yes, I am me. Dexter and I arrived in enforcement shortly after the attack began. We found Erebeth in the South Assembly Chamber, hard pressed by dozens of a mysterious assailant, and not in a sexy way. We managed to drive off the attackers, and Erebeth told us she had sent one of the students on ahead to defend the Waterdavian creatures. While Erebeth tended to the wounded, one of the majors who had arrived with the reinforcements teleported Dexter and me to this room. Alas, we arrived to find cages upturned, the creatures fleeing. Do you know who attacked the academy? We have no clues as to who planned the attack, and I doubt any prisoners we take will know anything about who is truly behind this. A few straggling goblins are all that remain of our attackers, but I feel we have lost this battle. The Waterdavian creatures are all gone. In any case, discovering the identity is secondary. Our first priority must be to recapture the Waterdavian creatures, so that we may extract a cure for the Wailing Death. Would there be some type of reward for recovering the missing creatures? After all, we are half evil, or good. But again, we can't really go out in the city with no money. I would like to think whoever held this task does so out of a selfless desire to end the misery of plague. However, I have no doubt that there will be both gold and glory for those who recover the Waterdavian creatures. Okay. Erebeth promised me a reward earlier. I'm still waiting for it. I will help you in this task, but again, she did promise me a reward earlier. I have no doubt Erebeth's offer was sincere, but the creatures are gone. You cannot expect a reward for failing, now can you? Understand that I am not trying to lay blame, though I am actually. That will not change what has happened. But now we must focus our efforts on recovering the cure. Okay, I will help you in this task because I'm an amazing good persona and I did not ask for the reward, mind you. From all the accounts, you are a capable woman. Erebeth told me the instructors at the academy spoke very highly of you. I do not know what role you are playing in this. That is for my Lady Erebeth to decide. You must meet her at the Halls of Justice in the coming week. Lady Erebeth will have more information for you then. Hopefully we'll have a better understanding of what we are up against. We must all do our part. Okay, I will meet you at the Halls of Justice. There is much to attend to in this coming week. My voice is getting awful also. So may Tyr bless upon you or whatever. Okay, that's done. We gotta level up like a boss. We are level 18, amazing stuff. At the very beginning, we were only level 18, like, holy crap. We're the bestest gamers ever. We're the bestest gamers ever. Now, there are all these sexy, specific, forced classes that you can only get by at some point if you are actually too good with your own class or something like that. Again, it's a prestige class, so again, yeah, I think like over time we'll be getting it. It's dependent on again what monk class will be a prestige class for the monk class for the class of the monks. So champion of Torm or something, we don't know, but we're gonna stick to the monk. I'm gonna go full monkey and maybe down the line a little bit of cleric. Clerics are intermediate. I like dual classing. I'm not so sure. I mean, we I think we have a penalty for that dual classing bullcrap. So again, would love a monk and I would like a cleric just for the heals alone. You know, just to mix up that thing. But I don't know at which point. You know, like if we choose a cleric now, will a monk class monk won't level up while cleric will. I don't know about that. I think we should level a monk to a certain position, and then after that we choose a cleric and maybe like that. I don't know. A dual classing is not my thing usually, but it would be a nice thing if I could try. But it will probably ruin my character completely. But nonetheless, okay, with monk, we continue on with monk. Just continue what we know, and let's go again. 5 skill points remaining. It would seem that all other points in terms of vitality, strength and all that go by itself or something like that, maybe down the, you know, like we don't have ability to actually choose, now that I have noticed actually. So let's see what we will go here. Again, I'm not gonna give anything about the crafting bullcrap. I'm not interested in crafting anything. So the entire game will be out crafting. I'm not interested in those things. I never liked doing that in any game. You know, like, okay, maybe like in Skyrim I did, because again, Skyrim is forced for you have to make your own stuff. You can't ask other people to make some stuff for you. So that's always a bad like big minus in Skyrim for me. Like I prefer to have like a, you know, a classical CRPG. You have an ability, you know, like okay, I can ask this man to do that for me, or I can make myself, you know, have a choice. So we're gonna go with lore. Again, lore, but I do believe it's most important just because the unknown magic item, which we will probably meet down the way in abundant, and we don't want to, of course, ask someone for 1000 gold to help us just identify the damnable item. Now, of course, it could be only 5 gold pieces. I do not know, but still, preferably, I would like to know the items myself. Move styles, again, open lock, no point parry. Would love parry because, again, we are more close-based combat fighter, so parrying would be very valuable. Also, tumble, a skill to avoid the enemy attacks. I'm gonna go for 5, and I think that's gonna be awesome. Spellcraft, no need, of course. We don't have any spells, and no point of us actually making any spells. Pickpocketing, persuade, class skill, not a bad, again, persuading someone to do your bidding. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. Why point of actually reading, using conversation. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the tumble at the moment, just because, again, mostly because we are a very strong being of awesome. We have boobs, and of course we tend to fight in close combat. So again, we can choose armor proficiency, alertness and stuff like that. Now again, we are given ability to choose one of our feats, and of course I would like, again, mostly to choose a feat that will help us in terms of weaponry, because just using commas is not really, you know, like the thing that will help us in the long run. I mean, you know, like, will we actually find some cool commas, some good plus 18 commas? No, we won't probably find freaking plus 18 axes. By the end of the game we won't even find a good weapon. I don't know. Do you know? I do not know. But that means that we'll have to focus on one of these damnable things. Exotic I would prefer, because I like maybe some katanas and stuff like that. You know, like Bastard Sword, Dire Mace. Maces are cool. I like maces on my monks. That's cool. Double axe, Kama, Katana, Kukri. I mean, that's so cool stuff. Whip. Two-bladed sword. Like, who doesn't want to utilize two-bladed sword? Probably go on a weapon proficiently exotic. But weapon focus, what is this? Okay, it's a general. Per acquisition, proficiency with the chosen weapon type, base attack bonus +1 or higher. Require 4 weapon specialization, fighter only. Specifics, a character with this feat is particularly skilled with a specific weapon, gaining a +1 attack bonus with it. Use automatic, this feat may be selected multiple times, but the effect does not stack. It applies to a new weapon in each case. Special. Halflings and gnomes are small creatures, and as such, they can never use the following large weapons. Right? Okay. So that's because we're not halflings, we're not gnomes, we won't care about that. But again, weapon focus maybe just on common and give us that +1. But it is required, like weapon specialization for fighter only. We have a weapon finesse. Okay, best attack plan. Okay, specifics. A character with these feat is adept at using light weapons subtly and effectively, allowing him to make melee attack rolls with his dexterity modifier instead of strength. If his dexterity is higher than his strength. Well, to be honest, I don't think our dexterity is gonna be much. But again, dexterity is good for avoiding most of the attacks. So, as a very nimble fighter we are, as a monk we are, we will be actually having a lot of dexterity, I believe, more than even strength itself, just to avoid those attacks. Again, no armor whatsoever, I guess. Dexterity will be very important for us down the line. Automatic when using any of the following weapons: dagger, hand axe, kama, kukri, light hammer. Okay, well, it's pointed that it is kama, because at the moment we are kama specialization. Right, and unarmed strike, which of course this is a monk specific stuff, definitely. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot. Again, when it comes to these feats, I want to choose specific feat that I believe will go with my girly girl. So it has to be effective, but it has to also be cool. Again, I would like not to utilize only kamas. I would like to utilize also some exotic weapons like beautiful katanas and something like that. After all, we're gonna be mostly I may even go for shield proficiency or some crap like that, because I do like having a shield as a monk. You know, you're a monk, but again, monk, I don't know. Maybe cleric would have that better. Like cleric having a shield and a mace, that would be cool. And maybe like, you know, maybe not shield, maybe not. Maybe we're gonna go for dual classing or some crap like, well, dual classing, that is the two-weapon fighting. Again, I don't like the animation in two-weapon fighting. I don't like how the animation look fucking stiff, you know, like awful when you walk with two weapons and stuff like that. So, and I don't think that the shield is for my girly girl, because at the end she will not be, you know, what I mean, shield, like, doesn't go with her. Her, you know, her entire thing, the entire story is that she's a monk after all, and she is a nimble fighter. So I'm concentrating on that, like mobility stuff, and you know, like those kind of thingies, lightning reflexes. I think that's gonna be perfection for her specifically than anything else. So I'm gonna go with those things that could make her a nimble fighter, avoiding most of the damage, even if she's up close in your face. And improved parry, very important. Your iron will, very important. The character's strong presence of mind gives him a +2 bonus to all will saving throw. Very important again against enemy incursion into your mind. I will probably maybe go. We have a steel mind, mind you. Lightning reflexes, monk speed, as you can see here. Let's see what monk speed is. This is what we gain, I guess, in a monk level 3. Let me see. Yeah, monk level per acquisition, we need monk level 3. We are, I believe, level 3 now, so yes, monk level 3. So it does give us new abilities. So let's see monk speed. Monks move more quickly than other classes, and this ability proves their experience. Wow, that's of course quite understandable. The monk gains a +2 competence bonus on saving throws against mind effectiveness. This is very important. Again, mind effectiveness is very important. So, point blank shot. What are you? Required for rapid shot. A character with this feat negates a -4 penalty for using missile weapons in melee, and gains an additional +1. Okay, I don't care about that. It looks cool though. It's like having a shotgun up your face and shooting someone in the face, but that's not how we're gonna be going. So mobility or lightning reflexes. This is something I will probably go with. Mobility, let's see. Okay, 13+, and dodge. Dodge. I have dodge, right? That's why I think all this is allowed for me. Like, they wouldn't be like, you wouldn't be, well, I'm guessing we wouldn't be able to see these skills, feats, whatever, feats, that, you know, if we didn't have the ability to actually take them. And so dexterity 13+, we have that. So dodge skill, we have that. If I'm not mistaken, I've taken it in the previous level to dodge stuff, right? So a character with this feat has learned to avoid attacks of opportunity more effectively, gaining a +4 dodge bonus to AC against them. Automatic, though a condition that negates a dexterity bonus to AC also negates any dodge bonuses. Okay. Multiple dodge bonuses from different feats or ratio bonus are cumulative. Okay, well that's good, I guess. So lightning reflexes. Perquisition non-existent. The character reflexes are faster than normal, granting them 2+ to all reflex saving. You know, these two, I'm gonna go with mobility, because they're just amazing right there. +4 is good stuff for anything, and +4 is bigger than +2. So, so we're just gonna go with mobility. And this is what we gain. We gain +10 on our hit points. That's sexy like a beast. Lore +1, parry +2, tumble +2, and feats monk speed, still mind, and mobility. Thank you very much. We're gonna be a nimble fight. I mean, she looks nimble in the picture. Come on, guys. How can you not believe this woman? So there you go. Finally, this is gonna be the end of the video, because you know, like we already talked a lot, and also the last video was like so massive, like 54 minutes or something. I was like, holy crap, where did the time go? And I was like, holy crap, I know, like, I'm gonna try in 30 minutes max, and that's it. But these RPGs take a lot. You know, you have to read everything, you have to touch yourself.
In one brutal attack,
the lag.
the promise of those at the Academy had been all but snuffed out. Hope disappeared with the Waterdavian creatures, and the weight of the terrible sickness pressed down on the city once more. Even more, the whispered rumors of enemies seeking to destroy Neverwinter from within had proved true, though the identity of those responsible for the slaughter was as yet unknown. Still, a flicker of hope yet remained, for not all had died in the attack. From the bloody carnage at the Academy, a survivor had stepped forward, a champion to carry the torch in this darkest hour.
I mean, I love NWN 1. Like, it's a classic to me. You know, it's like a pure classic. I mean, I said it many times, but to me, it's just a pure classic. It came in a time where, you know, like, the CRPGs were dying down. I believe it was mostly after the Baldur's Gate, and then it came with Icewind Dale, which most people were not satisfied with. And of course, then came Neverwinter Nights, and it was really free roaming stuff. I believe it was supposed to be a MMORPG at first, so you know, like, so that's why it feels a little bit more open-y and less focused on a story, to be honest, and the characters themselves, at least from what I have played. And you know, that doesn't really matter, but again, it feels openish, and you have the ability to just go wherever you want, and you feel good, and in the entire engine and everything feels sexy. It has its own charm, and I love that. Okay, again, these two buffoons are here, Fentic and his good friend Desta.
You were quick to answer the summons. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to the halls of justice.
I thank you, Fentic.
This is a mistake, Fentic. We know nothing about this whelp. How can you so blindly trust them?
Hey, I'm a monk, man, not the whelp. Desta, please. Demonicus showed great promise through her training at the Academy, and has done even more in the week since the attack. Rarely has a recruit shown such potential after so short a training period. If we are to have any hope of finding a cure for the Wailing Death, we need people like her in the service of Neverwinter. I am honored to serve Neverwinter, Fentic, and I still we should put our faith in my Helmite brethren rather than an unproven girl. Aribet holds Demonicus in the highest regard, Desta, and Lord Nasher placed her in charge, not you. Please, you must forgive Desta, whatever his name truly is. The plague takes a heavy toll on us all, a toll made even greater in the past weeks by the attack on the Academy and the loss of the cure. Hey, he has no right to speak to me like that. You do not understand. The true horror of the Wailing Death had yet to be felt within the Academy's walls. The quarantine of Neverwinter has done little to halt the spread of the Wailing Death. Bonfires burn night and day, and she's bored, but City Watch dispose of the dead, and yet the corpses are piled ever higher. It is all we can do to confront the chaos and maintain order within the various city districts. Rumors run rampant, and the citizens are on the verge of panic. Because the plague cannot be cured by the priests or clerics in the city, some claim it is a natural thing sent by an unknown enemy, bent on destroying Neverwinter. The attack on the Academy in these past weeks will only make things worse, Fenwick. Once people learn how Arabeth lost the cure through her lack of faith. Dester, I will not have you question the fate of my true love. Arabeth believed the Academy be safe haven. Anyway, it is not our place to even discuss such things. My lady Arabeth is in charge, of course, appointed by Lord Nasher himself to stop the wailing death. You must talk to her as soon as possible. Okay, well, I want to ask you some questions because, you know, we won't be seeing each other ever again. It is important that you speak with Arabeth soon, though, but I will not refuse your request. Ask your questions. I will answer them as best as I may, though there are many things only Arabeth has the authority to discuss. What do you know about the attack on the Academy? We learned very little in the week after the attack occurred. You were one of the few survived. The instructors were slaughtered and only a handful of students are left, which is quite understandable because the instructors sucked ass. You must uphold the legacy of the Academy, but I know you will be equal to the task. Rarely has a recruit shown as much promise as you. There is a little else I can tell you about the attack, I fear. We have yet to uncover the identity of mysterious assailants. Perhaps Arabeth can tell you more. Where can I find Lady Arabeth? My Lady Arabeth is in the chamber beyond the north doors. There she works tirelessly to put an end to the plague that ravages Neverwinter. Well, I wish you more questions. Tell me about the plague. Despite the city-wide quarantine, the wailing death spreads quickly. Even here in Hall of Justice, we have felt the plague's touch. As soon as you see by the afflicted all around us. Dester and I do what we can to comfort these poor souls, but we can do little else. Not even Neverwinter's most powerful priest can heal or raise those who contract the wailing death. Aren't you afraid of catching the plague yourself? Our fate protects us. Only the faithless near feel. Well, there goes my fucking voice acting. Let me just drink something. My voice went rampant. Honestly, I have nothing to drink. Our fate protects us. Only the faithless need the fear, the wailing death, as I and my Helmites have proclaimed many times. Dester, please. No one yet knows how the plague spreads. The contact with the infected does not seem to be catalyst. Even so, people are burning the bodies and locking themselves indoors just to be safe. People are scared. They are on the verge of panic and even open rebellion, and the city watch struggles to keep order. The panic will get worse when people learn of the attack on the Academy and how Arabeth lost the cure. I will not let you speak ill of the woman I love, Dester. We should not even be discussing this. Arabeth must decide who is given such information. She is the one in charge. Well, I will ask more questions. After all, this is a game. A CRPG game at that. Okay. What do you know about the cure for the plague? I'm afraid I cannot discuss this with you. I must obey the chain of command, and my Lady Arabeth is in charge of finding a cure for a wailing death of awesome. Tell her the truth, Fenwick. Arabeth had a cure and she lost it because she trusted those at the Academy over my Helmite brethren. I will not have you speak ill of her. Okay. Let's see next. What is your role in all this, Fenwick? Wrong button, but I will continue on. That's number 4. I do whatever my Lady Arabeth commands. Lord Nasher himself appointed her to oversee our efforts to find a cure. He could not have made a better choice. Aribet has placed me in charge of discovering who's behind the Academy. If you ever come across such an information, you may report it directly to me. And of course, I do what I can to ease the suffering of those within Castle Never, who have been infected with the Wailing Death, although they are beyond my power to save. Well, let's see, number 5. Tell me about Aribet. Lady Aribet del Telmarande is a paladin who serves Tyr, as do I. She is young, but her faith, courage, and intelligence are beyond question, as is her beauty. You let your feelings for her cloud your judgment, Fenthic. Your lover is not without her flaws. Aribet and I are one of heart and soul, it is true, but it does not make her any less a paragon of virtue. None who serve Neverwinter are more capable than my Lady Aribet. Well, the last question is on number 6, and what's beyond door number 6 is number 6. What do you know about this evil man beside you? She speaks as if I'm not even in the room. No matter, I'm too busy to waste my time chatting with you anyway. You must forgive him. The strain of the Wailing Dead weighs heavily upon us all, but the hermits are our allies in this dark time. Dasher and his followers arrived to offer their aid just before the city was quarantined. They came to help us when no one else dared. Well, I guess we have wasted all our questions, Fenthic, so I'll be going now. Go with the blessings of Tyr upon you. Okay, Dasher, I'm not gonna talk to you because you're a douchebag, but I will search for some needed supplies, or whatever you are. A nurse. She's a nurse, guys. She may have good information, if you know what I mean. Could I ask you some questions? I really should be tending to the sick, but I can spare you a few moments, madam. What can you tell me about the plague? As much as most, less than some. I suppose I've seen my share of the dead and dying since I started work here tending to the sick. Have you heard anything about the cure of the Wailing Death? There's no cure for the plague. Everybody knows that. All I can do is try and ease their suffering and make their last days less painful. That's it? You haven't heard any rumors about a cure from Waterdeep? A cure from Waterdeep? No. How are they gonna get it here with Neverwinter under quarantine? Throw it up over the walls? You're talking crazy. Well, I guess we're not getting anything out of her. But let's see if she heard about any kind of an attack on the Academy. I heard Fantling and Daster whispering about it once, but they clammed up as soon as they saw me. That Daster gave me a foul look. Insight, you don't look like you don't like Daster much, do you? Nobody does, guys. Nobody does. He's sour, that one. A bitter man with a sharp tongue. But he's a man of cloth, and his Hellmites do good work around the city, helping the sick. Daster's not a really friendly sort, you know, but I guess that ain't no crime. I just try to stay out of his way. Nothing else, thank you. On your way then, I've got too many sick and suffering to waste my time on long goodbyes. Okay, well, it won't be long goodbyes, that's for sure. Another nurse, we won't be talking to that nurse though. Today they said that beautiful Aribet is north of us. We came from, I believe, that direction, but maybe we did not. There is a little bit of lag for some unknown reason, but just stick with me. Stick with me, guys. This door is barred from the other side of the door. Excellent, excellent. So there is absolutely nothing to steal here. Well, that's okay. Let's move on. Is there like, it looks like a freaking door, to be honest. This like, yeah, well, I guess it's not a door, but it looks like a door. So let's see Lady Aribet. Again, another loading screen before another loading screen. Great stuff. And here we are in the halls of justice. If there are halls of justice.
Listen to me, dear. I must speak with you.
And Lady Aribet right in front of us.
Welcome to you. I regret
She
I
bows.
did not get a chance to introduce myself properly to you while you were training at the Academy. I am Lady Aribeth de Tilmarand, Paladin in the service of Tyr, and the right hand of Nasher Alagondar, Lord of Neverwinter. I have been waiting for you.
I was delayed by Fenthic.
Ah, dear Fenthic, the love of my life. He has been my rock during these troubled times, but even he cannot help me with this. I have been following your progress since your early training at the Academy. Neverwinter has need of one like you if we are to survive the Wailing Death. The attack on the Academy doused the one faint spark of hope the city had. I need you to help recover that which we have lost.
Well, yes, of course. It will be an honor to serve you, Lady Arabeth.
I knew I could count on you.
Beauty and
There are
sexiness
many
you are.
rumors about the plague, but if you are to aid me in this, it is important you know the truth about the Wailing Death.
No, do tell.
Our divine healers can do nothing to help those afflicted by the Wailing Death. And even our most powerful magic cannot raise those who succumb to the illness. But a short time ago, we had word that Kelvin Blackstaff Arunson, the famous Archmage of Waterdeep, had discovered a potential cure, one that might be concocted from the essence of 4 rare and magical creatures.
Oh, what became of these creatures?
Under great secrecy, the 4 creatures were gathered in Waterdeep, then sent here to Neverwinter. As strange a menagerie as any has ever set eyes on. A cockatrice, an intellect devourer, a yonti, and a dryad.
Amazing choices.
I ordered them sent to the Academy, Neverwinter's renowned training institution for adventurers of every ilk. I once studied there myself, and I thought the instructors and students were loyal to Lord Nasher.
And then the Academy was attacked?
You were there. You saw the slaughter. The attack caught us unprepared. You are one of only a handful of survivors from the carnage of the Academy. Fenthic and Dester arrived with reinforcements, but during the confusion of battle, the Waterdavian creatures disappeared into the streets of Neverwinter, and our hopes of a cure vanished with them.
Just like one question, how the hell those specific creatures can disappear like onto the streets of Neverwinter and nobody actually noticing, you know? Like you would notice those monstrosities, okay? And I bet they're not like the entire Neverwinter is full of those kind of creatures. They're probably not. So like Dryad and whatever those mandible monstrosities, like you would say, oh yeah, that thing is not, you know, from around here. How may I serve you, Lady Arabeth?
Your task in this is twofold. First, find the Waterdavian creatures and bring them back to me, at any cost. We need to harvest components from these creatures if we are to concoct a cure for the Wailing Death. This is your most important duty. Second, we must discover who was behind the attack on the Academy. Any evidence you uncover in this matter should be brought to Fenthic. He is the one assigned the task of unmasking our hidden enemy.
Why did you choose me for this?
You proved yourself during the attack on the Academy. Your bravery and skill are obvious, and I know you are not in league with those who seek to destroy Neverwinter. The City Watch can do little to help in this search. Their numbers are barely enough to keep order in the streets of Neverwinter. Others, like Fenthic or myself, have duties that require we stay here.
How do we even know the creatures are still around here?
By all accounts, the creatures escaped the battle at the Academy unharmed, and there are many reports of strange beasts pouring in from every district of the city.
Pouring? Like there are 4 of them, right? Like pouring? Okay. Unless they're actually calling them in, and that would be kind of evil. So they're evil creatures? Okay, shouldn't the City Watch be helping in this? Like, are they capable?
The City Watch can do little to help in this search. Their numbers are barely enough to keep order in the streets of Neverwinter. Others, like Fenthic or myself, have duties that require we stay here. You proved yourself during the attack on the Academy. Your bravery and skill are obvious, and I know you are not in league with those who seek to destroy Neverwinter.
Okay, well, I'll do as you command, Lady Arabeth. Now, mind you, there's no point of telling her, like, for a reward or some bullcrap. We're gonna get a reward nonetheless, probably. And, you know, like, we are evil, but we are also good, so we have to fight between those two things.
I ask for your discretion in this matter. News of the attack and strange creatures roaming the city will only add to the panic and chaos already in the streets. To aid you in your task, I will give you this Stone of Recall. You will find it to be a valuable tool in your quest. You can activate the Stone of Recall at any time, and it will instantly teleport you and anyone in your service back here to the Temple of Tyr. Anytime you go through the teleportation portal in Tyr's temple, it will instantly send you and any companions back to the place your stone was last activated.
Well, that's handy.
There is little else I can tell you about this mission. Whenever you need provisions, come speak to me again, and I can sell them to you through the store here at Tyr's temple. Take this gold so you can buy the necessary supplies for your mission.
100
Remember
gold
to
pieces.
stock up on healing potions before you go.
I already
They
have
will
a
be
bunch of healing
critical to
potions.
your survival.
Okay. Okay, let's see. It would be nice to know a little bit more about you.
I am not one to boast of my accomplishments. Suffice to say that I am a paladin of Tyr, and I am honored Lord Nasher has placed me in charge of finding a cure for the Wailing Death. Is there anything else?
Well, what do you know about that evil man that is balding?
I think the Hellmite is arrogant, sanctimonious, self-righteous, and holier than thou. Forgive me for being so blunt, but Dester and I do not see eye to eye. Dester challenges my every decision on general principle, or so it would seem. He is constantly accusing me of abandoning my faith and not trusting enough in the power of the divine.
Why do you put up with him then?
Sometimes I think Dester and his Hellmites do more to hinder my efforts than help them. But Fenthic assures me they bring hope to the city, and hope is something the people desperately need. Is there anything else?
Well, were you asking, let me see, maybe some potions, herb or two girls 3 cups of tea, but I will ask you some more questions.
I will do my best to answer what questions I may.
What can you tell me about the attack upon the academy?
It was a slaughter, as you well know. Only a handful of hundreds training and teaching at the academy survived. As yet, we have not discovered the identity of those behind the attack, but the enemy knew the Watadavian creatures were there. How they came by that knowledge is a troubling prospect. Take any information concerning who may be behind the attack straight to Fenthic. He is the one I have placed in charge of unmasking our hidden enemy. Is there something else I can help you with?
I mean, how many people actually know? I mean, this is a big secret, you know, like, how many people actually know about Watadavian creatures in the first place? I mean, Lord Nasher, he's probably the guilty one, mind you. And, of course, Aribeth, and a bunch of other guys, probably. That dude from the academy that is dead now. So yeah, a lot of people know about that. What can you tell me about the attack on Academy? No, we already know about that. I want to know more about the Wailing Death.
The first victims were reported several months ago, and within days it had spread to all corners of the city. It was not the first plague Neverwinter has suffered, but it is by far the worst. Unlike other sicknesses, the Wailing Death seems to resist all efforts to cure it, including the divine magic of the priests. Perhaps that is what makes it so terrible.
The room next door is full of plague victims. Aren't you scared of being infected?
The plague does not seem to spread through contact with the infected. Healers tend to the sick without becoming ill, and some who lock themselves alone indoors contract the illness. We have quarantined the city, but that is mostly to help the Watch maintain order. It has done little to halt the spread, though some districts remain unaffected. Perhaps that is what is so terrible about this affliction. There is no rhyme or reason to it, seemingly no way to guard against it, and until we have all the Watadavian creatures, no way to cure it. Is there something else I can help you with?
Where can I get some supplies?
I have no equipment to spare. All we have was given to the City Watch to help them maintain order.
Perhaps that thing from the armory, temple armory preferably.
The City Core has all manner of shops to supply you with whatever you might need.
Well, that's nice. Thank you for missing most of the text, but that's okay.
Is there something else I can help you with?
No, thank you very much. I want to ask you something else, but not really.
Farewell. May Tyr guide
Thank
your
you.
step.
Thank you. Okay, so finally we're done with talking. Let's start killing, but not really. That's gonna be in the next video. Though, let's see. What do we have? We have a bunch of stuff that actually I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell a heavy crossbow. I'm gonna sell all the things that I'm never gonna be utilizing. So Is there like examine? Let's go examine. Lady Erebeth is the epitome of grace and concentration, although she is obviously preoccupied with worry for those suffering from the plague. So very difficult to kill though. Very difficult indeed. Let's talk to her.
Welcome. Do you have news of...
I require your temple services, madam. And there are of course a bunch of armors that we will never be able to utilize, so forget about it, but we'll be able to use some nice helmets. I don't think that these things will give us much of an advantage, you know, plus I prefer to leave her helmetless, so we're just gonna care about selling this and selling amethysts, because I have no idea what the fudge am I gonna do with those. Gonna sell all the bullets. Thank you very... Oh, I said all the bullets. I guess she doesn't want all. You cannot sell this item because this item is too precious to be sold, but that's okay. I'm gonna sell the recall stone because nobody likes it. Let's see again. Okay, let's see the Word of Light. Oh yes, you can actually sell some of the books. So let's sell the books that we already have read. Wind by the Fireside, Lady Erebeth. This is a good story about love lost and love gained. Thank you very much. Let's see, Ghost with not 3, the Trade of Blades. No, Rival or Tribe. No, that's not the one. The Waterdeep. Yeah, we read the Waterdeep. It's not the coolest story, but it's a cool story nonetheless. Neverwinter. Would we not read Utgar's Legacy? Yes, we did. Read that one. Here you go. If you want to know about the barbarians, the time again, it's only 3 gold pieces, but 3 gold pieces at the beginning is a very huge amount. And at the moment we only have 187 gold pieces from all the nice things we just sold, and of course 100 gold pieces we gained from Lady Erebeth. So the Time of Troubles, the Ghost, the Trade of Blades. I believe this is the one that we have actually also read. So we're gonna move in, and these are the books that we have not read as of yet. We will read them at some point. So let's sell all the other stuff, like all this, like nobody is gonna use these beauties. Sell. Thank you very much. And let's see. Now again, ale. 1 GP. 43 GP heavy crossbow. I'm not so... I don't know. Can I actually open entries for my companions and all that? See, I don't know about that. I don't think you can. So heavy crossbow, we're never gonna be utilizing those things. Even though we are half health, we are a monk class, and I don't know if we will be that much proficient. And again, we're gonna be fighting most of the time in hand to hand, and that's the entire point of being the monk class now. So we're gonna sell this beautiful 43 gold pieces. Why the fudge? Not like we're not gonna find another heavy crossbow. And look at this. 5 years later, we're gonna find the next heavy crossbow. That's gonna be my luck. But hell's bells. This is gonna it for the first video. I'm gonna just get this book here. Thank you very much. 375 gold pieces. Just imagine that. Imagine that, guys. Imagine. Oh, the bolts. I can sell them for nothing. I guess people don't want these things. Maybe some only specific people. You know, like, let's see without any armor. Yeah, as you can see, we're nicely naked. As you can see, look at them, jigglies. And there you go, 16. Hell's bells, I guess. I guess when we are naked, you just get less armor by 1, or more armor by 1. I do not know. So yeah, this is gonna be end for this video, guys. I wish you the very best as always. Let's just save, and well, yeah, I wish you the very best.